People have no idea, man. No clue what it's like to set these shows up, man.
Takes a while.
But yes, we are live on January 17th, 5:14 Eastern Time. I am PrimeTime David Thomas with the ground himself, Paul Burt. Watching Friday the 13th, Part 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! Yes, indeed, episode 104, Friday the 13th, Part 3, the debut of the Jason mask. The first time we ever see Jason Voorhees in the iconic hockey mask. I am very, very excited for this one. So, Paul, how are you doing on this lovely Friday?
I am doing pretty good. I've been getting everything prepared and ready for the Venice Carnival. We are literally 36 days away. Got to get my camera all set up. Been contacting people to do some photo sessions with my friends there once again. And of course, I found out I've got more photo sessions booked with me in costume than I did last time. So I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna be all over the goddamn place. But apart from that, everything's been going good. I've been looking up some other things I want to try and get done as well. So I got some plans for some things I want to do later this year, which I will probably reveal for James off the air. So it's something I'm going to keep for myself, but there's going to be a bit of a surprise for that. But yeah, I figured, you know what? Today we're going to be watching this classic horror movie here, Friday the 13th, Part 3. This is the one where Jason finds his face, which ironically enough, I happen to be wearing right now. This is an actual replica mask of what you see on that screen right there, folks. I figured, why the fuck not? But yeah, what can I say about this movie? This is when they were literally 3 movies in, and Friday the 13th was, the franchise has been flying at this point. The first 2 movies were box office hits, and even though like the mainstream critics are like, oh, these are just trashy slasher movies, it's schlock, nothing about it, but it gained its fan base, and like James said earlier, this is the movie where Jason gets his face. This is where it becomes like this is where the iconic stuff about him happens. And surprisingly, like Paramount was disgusted at this movie because they didn't like the idea that a movie that they didn't want any part of all of a sudden was their biggest money maker at that time. And this was during the golden age of slasher movies, folks. Like this is when we started getting like slasher movies left, right, and center. Films like The Burn-In, Prom Night, Nightmare on Elm Street came 2 years after this one. So this was the beginning of the golden age boom period of the slasher movie era that we have now. And this is one of the franchises that laid the foundation for a lot of the slasher movies that we see that are still around today. For films like Scream and other films that came out during the 90s like Urban Legends and Cherry Falls and like the early 2010s and 20s with recently the Terrifier franchise. You could say it all comes back to these movies from back in the day that laid the foundation for a lot of the slash movies that's come after this franchise and ever since, really. But Friday the 13th Part 3 is definitely a fun entry in the series, and it's done by Steve Miner. So I'm actually excited to see this one again because it's been a while. How about you, James?
Well, this is my favorite Friday. My favorite Friday the 13th movies I've kind of made well known here are the first 4. You could consider that the series. If I was going to watch a Friday the 13th movie, I would genuinely put in the first 4. One of the first 4. Like I tend to watch that as a series. Doesn't mean I won't watch 5 or 6, but anything beyond 6, I never really watch. I never really watch 7. I never really watch 8, especially that. 9. I don't go out of my way to watch it, but if I have to, I can. I got a love-hate relationship with 9. I don't really go out of my way to watch 10, even though I don't mind 10. I just don't. To me, the franchise is the first 4 movies, and I always say the Kane Hodder films are like when it became a gimmick. Like, let's have Jason versus Telekinetic Girl. Let's have Jason in New York. Let's have Jason in space, in my opinion. It kind of got gimmicky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to me, I've always really enjoyed this film. Like, it's not necessarily a great movie, but it's a nice slasher film. And introduces Jason. You know, Jason's in his traps. I'm telling you, like, you look up Jason's traps in this, like, they're just as big as Goldberg. Like, it's fucking insane. Jason Voorhees versus Goldberg will be crazy. And also, too, and this, like I said, this is the debut of the hockey mask, which was by accident, by the way. Like they literally wanted to give Jason a new look. They just by accident had a hockey mask and they threw it on him just for the fuck of it. They didn't know it was going to become his signature look. It was just by accident, you know, which is funny enough because this was in the 80s.
Yeah,
if
1982.
you wore a hockey mask, people, if you wore a hockey mask, people called you Michael Myers.
Oh, that would have been interesting if I was wearing this during the 80s then.
Well, I've told you this, Paul. Like I keep reminding you this. Michael was absent in the 80s. Like,
yes,
nobody gave a fuck about Michael Myers in the 80s. It was a Jason and Freddy time. Like, exactly. like people be like what? So, yeah, like look it up. Like in 81, and then 88, like Michael was gone. Like he had a hiatus.
Yeah, he was gone for like 7 years.
Yes, exactly. Like nobody gave a fuck about the Halloween movies, but and we pretty much have watched every single Friday the 13th film on here, have we? I mean, we've watched 1, we watched 2, watching this, watching 4, watched 5, watched 6, watched 7. Dan, we
haven't watched 8, 9, and 10 yet.
Yeah, we pretty much got the bottom of the barrel of the movies to go after this.
Yeah, pretty much. There's only one way to go, and that's down. We've been on the high with these roller coaster with these movies, and now we're going to have to go down the dip of this franchise at some point, which is something we'll probably end up doing with the other ones in the other franchises at some point as well.
It ends.
You know what's gonna happen when I watch that fucking movie. I have made
for folks who response. This is awesome.
For folks who are new to this channel, I'm gonna say this to you, break it down to you all right now. I've made no bones about how much I fucking hate Halloween Ends, and James knows the reasons why I fucking hate this movie. I went to see this in the cinema. I was hyped up. There was a dude in the fucking cinema kitted up as Michael Myers. I got a photo with him. You've seen that one, dude. So I was hyped up, and then to come out of this, I was just like, fuck you, David Gordon Green, for fucking this movie up. I was pissed. Like, I was livid. So
look, man, we know. We know. We get it. Like, you don't like Halloween Ends. You made that very clear by now.
I'm the sociest motherfucker on the planet.
But yeah, like this is.
I'm saying I'm the
surprisingly I wasn't.
Yeah, but yeah, that surprised me. I mean, I know you're a Halloween guy, and I know you gave the movie a shot. I tried to give the movie a shot too, but like, you know, I was like, I don't know how to process it, and then I watched it again when it came on TV, and I was just like, yeah, now I know why I hate the film.
But before we get to this film, I just want to say I personally think that Jason got his traps by deadlifting tree trunks. That's the only way I can describe it, because you could once you see it, Paul, like, his traps are fucking massive. And it was the 80s, so he probably did steroids with Hulk Hogan. You never know. But yes, so we are about 4 seconds in. I'm watching this on Amazon Prime, and Paul's watching this on the old Blu-ray. Can you guys still hear me?
Hey guys, can you hear James? I mean, I can hear him, but can you guys hear him in the chat? Let me know in the chat.
Okay, yeah. The stream kind of skipped on me a couple times. Like I said, my internet connection is terrible right now, so I'm just making sure. But this is gonna be a treat. This is gonna be fun. All right, so about 3 seconds in, we're seeing the old school Paramount logo, and you can watch alongside with us and react alongside with us. If you want to give your thoughts, leave it in the chat box. We will definitely answer those questions if you have any. But yeah, the rules go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1, play. When you say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, you're gonna get split right down the middle with an axe.
All right, that sounds fun. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
And we are in. There's the stars. And there's the Paramount Gulf Western Company. Now it's a Viacom
Friday
deal.
the 13th, part 2.
Oh yeah, part 2. Paramount Pictures presents in part. Yeah, they do a flashback of part 3. I forgot to mention that. Jason Inc. Frank Mancuso Jr. production. Yeah, Frank Mancuso. That's the guy who was trying to divorce himself with this franchise. Steve Miner, which is his second time directing a Friday the 13th movie.
Ah, there she is, Jenny.
Yep.
Sexy ass Jenny.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're a second ahead of me. Damn.
Yes, I am.
But yeah, man, like Friday the 13th Part 2, for anyone who's, new to the franchise, that was the movie where Jason made his debut.
Yes, we're watching a recap of Friday the 13th Part 2, the ending of Friday the 13th Part 2.
I like to do on TV shows and movies previously on Friday the 13th. Not a lot of movies do that now with the recap stuff. I think, couldn't you say Terrifier 3 kind of did that a little bit at the start, but that's a little recap that they filmed?
No, it didn't.
No, maybe not. Some would probably class it as that, but maybe. But yeah, Friday the 13th Part 2, for anyone who wants to get a bit technical with the box office side of things, this movie cost about $2.2 million, which is, ironically enough, the same budget of the movie we saw last week. And this movie went on to make $36.7 million at the box office.
But I will say this. With Sackhead Jason here, Sackhead Jason is a cool look, but it is a creepy look.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, it's creepy because it was not oversaturated, because it never overstayed its welcome. And one of the reasons why it stands out so much is because this is the only time we see Jason wear this. If the roles were reversed, if Jason had the hockey mask on all throughout the series, or if Jason only had the hockey mask for this one movie, but the rest of the movie had the sackhead look, it would definitely, be Jason's signature look. People always wonder that some people prefer the sackhead Jason over the hockey mask.
Yeah, I've heard talks about that too with some people. Some people prefer that look because
it's a creepy look.
Yeah, and plus it was also inspired by the Phantom Killer look that was on The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Oh, Jason realized it there. Oof. Effects were pretty good, for that leg wound.
There's you, Paul.
Yeah, I had to make a cameo on here at some point.
Yeah, Jason's a scrapper. Jason can fight.
Oh yeah, he in his early movies he can fight. Yeah, you don't see him doing that a lot in the later movies. But this was one of those times.
I don't think it was necessary. I don't think it was necessary to show this much of the recap, though. I think you could have recapped it a bit less. Like, you could have just started right here. You could have been fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's a long recap.
You could have just had this bit with the machete shot go in, then have that bit where the screen kind of whites out, and then in comes the title.
And then also too, the movie, and then also too, part 2 came out a year before this. Like, it's not like the movie came out like 20 years ago. Like, you don't need a long recap like this.
No, exactly. Like, this came out in
1981.
Oh, hang on a second.
It came out in 81.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I thought it
came out in 81. This is 82.
Yeah, I thought they both came out the same year. I don't know why I thought that.
No, they came out a year apart every time.
Yeah. So this one came out in the second one in 1981, then the third one was in 82, and then the fourth one didn't show up until 84, so it took a year out.
Yeah, this is I forgot how long this recap is. This is basically the final act.
Yeah, we're like fucking 5 minutes in that recap right now. And here comes a little extra that I'm guessing this is the bit they filmed for part 3 where you see him crawling away.
I was gonna say I don't remember that. I don't remember this.
Because if you look at the actor's arms, it's a different guy. I'm pretty sure that's Richard Broker at that point.
Yeah, we never saw that in part 2. We never saw that in part 2.
That was filmed for part 3.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a part 2 scene, of course. And here comes the title. Boom.
I've always loved this music. I remember when I was watching the first 4 films for the first time, this was such a jarring difference compared to the other ones we get. Because it's like the 3D effect and just the music. It's like it throws you off.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the music to be like that on the third one. When I saw this the first time, I was like, hang on a minute, this is different. I wasn't expecting that. And yeah, with the whole 3D thing.
I love these 3D credits. Richard Brooker as Jason.
Imagine if you saw this in the cinema with those 3D glasses at the time. Those old school red and blue lens ones. But this was at a time when film studios were trying to capitalize on a 3D gimmick because Jaws 3 did it as well. But the technology at the time wasn't there to kind of create that effect that you wanted to get. We didn't get that true 3D film experience until like 2009 when, you had that remake of My Bloody Valentine. And I think, for me personally, I think the best representation of a 3D movie would be, I'm going to say, Final Destination 5. That is so 80s disco music. But it is good.
Love it.
Yeah. Harry Manfredini doing the music for it again.
Crystal Lake.
Nice blue flashing light there.
So here we are in California.
Yeah, I was just going to check the filming locations where we were exactly in California. Just need to go back a minute.
Yeah, I think Jason is still wearing the overalls from the second film in this scene.
I think he was too. Anyway, filming locations was at Melody Ranch at 24715 Oak Creek Avenue in Newhall, California. That's the barn. I'm just gonna pen up the more
obvious 3D shots.
Yeah, you could tell they were, like I said, they were trying it at the time. This cafe, which we're looking at right now, or is it the store? No, it's the store. Yeah, the store is in Vernon, New Jersey, believe it or not. So this was the only.
Look at that couch.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Minus the design on the couch. I used to have a couch just like that, but without the patterns. but we had
those
to add.
TVs with the antennas.
Oh God, don't get me started on those TVs back in the day. You're trying to watch something and then the signal goes shitty and you're trying to adjust it like thinking, God damn it, come on, I need to get on there.
They just showed the ending of part 2 and using it as news footage. Hilarious. It's like she's watching Friday the 13th. She's like she's watching Friday the 13th part 2 on television. Yes, he is wearing it. Yes, he is wearing it. Yes, he is wearing. Yes, he is. Okay, I didn't realize that.
And did you notice he's got no hair this time? Because remember on Friday the 13th part 2, one half of his head, he'd have long hair.
They drastically changed his look. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that look he had in part 2, if I'm being honest with you.
And now he's changed.
Now
he changed. So I guess he must have changed his clothes in he changed that chain on the line there. So yeah. Jason was naked. He was naked out of this yard. He was butt fucking naked. His penis was flapping in the wind.
Oh, jeez.
Like the sheets. Like he's butt naked. He's butt fucking naked, folks, standing there trying stuff on. He just so happens to be the exact same size for this new outfit. Even though the man who lives with this woman, who's kind of hot, who's a lot smaller than her, is a lot smaller than him.
Yeah. So how did he manage to fit in the? Never mind. But yeah, the clothes he's got on now, that's pretty much the same clothes he would have from this to part 6.
Yeah, but I like how they're presenting him. I like it. I mean, he comes across as intimidating. The way he comes into the shots, I wouldn't say Michael Myers like, but it's intimidating.
Yeah, like the bit there where he's in the background.
Yeah.
And another thing also is that they're keeping him in the shadows. We're not doing a full reveal like right from the word jump like most of the movies do today. That's a big ass rabbit.
And it can also be why they change his look, is they want each movie to be different, you know?
Yeah.
They want each movie to be different, have its own identity.
Yeah. And also
oh my God, that watermelon, that looks fucking bad.
That doesn't look like a nice watermelon at all. Yeah, I remember when we were watching Friday the 13th Part 5, one of the guys in the chat gave a timeline for each movie, which year each one was set in.
Look at those old school brownies. Those are big ass cans of Campbell tomato soup. Damn.
I'm surprised that we still have some of those around. Though not the big ones like that, but we do see tins like that one.
Don't put that on the back of the box and you just ate it.
What the fuck are you? No, you can't do that. That goes against bloody health and safety violations right there, dude.
Look, I've always felt that way. At every gas station, I've always felt that people just walk around, just eat random, just eat the candy.
Yeah, just take a bite and then put it back. Oh, nobody will notice. Yeah, I'll bloody notice it when I buy it.
Yeah, but that chick there, I've always felt it there. You clean her up a little bit, you know. It's like, okay, yeah, she's fuckable.
Yeah. Oh, I just read into this as well. I don't know if you knew this in the trivia, but to prevent
pervert, James. Yeah, maybe. Fuck you.
I lost my train of thought now. Oh, here we go. Right, so I was just saying, to prevent this film's plot from being leaked, the production used a fake title called.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, did you see the string that was on that fucking snake?
Yeah, I saw that. I just saw that in the corner of my eye.
My God,
man! That string was so painfully obvious, man. And now he's taking a shit. I don't blame him. Cola and bottle. He's still bottle of JD's, Jack Daniels.
He probably taking a shit to get away from his wife.
I don't blame him.
I remember that on Goodfellas. So when Ray Lewis said he's going to jail to stay away from his wife.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, as I was trying to say, to prevent the film's plot from being leaked, they used a fake title called Crystal Japan, which was named after a David Bowie song. And that's
How could a
something they
movie
always.
leak? How could a movie leak in 1982?
Well, I think because of how rabid the fan base was for this film at the time, people wanted to know everything. And back then, folks, they actually did a lot of digging. This was pre-internet, folks.
But bro, like you only heard about stuff like this when you had to read the magazines.
Or they would try and, if they knew a friend that worked in the studios for whatever job they're doing, they would try and get some information out of them. That's why people have a lot of those NDA contracts when you sign them when you work in a place like that now.
That's a good point.
Because it's like when if I'm doing an acting gig, I cannot disclose what it was I'm doing, because if the word got out and it spreaded, then they'll know where it came from, and then that's my ass in the fucking shit creek, you know? Ooh!
Oh! Yes, and you can't tell it's got. You cannot tell that Harold did not have some padding on his shirt to spout the blood. Love it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good kill shot too. Meat cleaver right in the heart.
The only time we see Jason use a meat cleaver is with him and Crispin Glover. So clearly, Harold was a dead fuck. Jason only kills dead fucks with meat cleavers.
Yeah. And the thing about Crispin Glover, he took it right in the face. Like, it was like nasty force just right in there.
Richard Booker, he was very robotic in that shot, though. It was very robotic. Like, well, he's got to loosen up with that.
Yeah, everybody had their own like interpretation of how they wanted to play Jason. It's a 3D moment there, I'm guessing. Oh.
Ooh. Yes. Was that knitting needle he just used?
I think it was a big ass nail.
Nobody holds a bat like that.
No, come on. They did that just for the 3D purpose. They were looking for any reason to have something as a 3D shot back then.
And there's Dana Kimmel, Chris, one of the best final girls in the franchise.
Totally agree on that one.
Yes, she's not Jenny. I can say Trish is better, but she's definitely up there. Chris is better than Alice. I'm sorry. Look, all due respect to Alice, Adrienne King, but I was never into Adrienne King as a final girl.
Nah, she was good, but like, oh my god, that guy reminds me of me in my younger days.
There's Shelly. There is Shelly.
It's the kind of shit I do back in the day.
That is Shelly, who's a lawyer now.
Yeah, I did hear about that, and I remember he also had a cameo in the Friday the 13th video game.
See the palm trees in the back?
Yep, that's California.
Even though it's supposed to be in New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, Haddonfield had the same issue with Halloween 1. Dude,
yes,
I can see the palm trees. I'm going to find out exactly where this was in California. Give me a minute. I will find it. Bit of an argument going on in there. It's like, no, you're not going out.
Take the mask off, you idiot.
This guy. This fucking guy, man. Okay, now the mask is off. But anyway.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my
I think this was
again for those that are old school. I did reviews of every single Friday the 13th film. Arlo was right there with me. Arlo went on a full 20-minute rant on how much he hated the character of Shelly. Fucking hated him so much.
It's not hard to see why.
No, because it's like, I think his problem was, he's so insecure, but that he used that as an excuse to why he does things that you can't play both sides. You can't be like, Hi, I'm sorry, I'm fat, and all that stuff. But then that's used as an excuse to act the way you do. Like, no, that doesn't work like that, bro. It's gotta be one or the other.
Dude, I've got a fat gut on me, but I don't. I mean, I play pranks every once in a while, but I don't go as far as what Shelly does. Oh, Shell, no way. I mean, pranks is all good and all, but you can't do it all the time.
But it's not the pranks, Paul. It's how he carries himself.
Exactly. It's that insecurity about him. So he feels like the best way to get people to like him is to do that kind of stuff. I've tried that once before myself, and I've known a few people that's done stuff like that. It's like they because they feel like they're one of them like social outcast types. You know what I mean? So they try to see if they can fit in with the other crowd, but most of the times they just hang around just because, you know, they don't want to, because they're the only ones that will keep them around, I guess.
Now, this is the direct sequel of Nightmare Friday 13 Part 2, and they did not bring Jenny back, which Amy still has said that she does regret, because they did offer her to come back, but she said no. Which was there was a lot of meat to that bone. Like, she could have been the Laurie Strode to Jason's Michael.
Yeah.
And it looks like right here they're taking the bodies out. So
that's a warning sign right there.
I'm assuming this is the next day.
Yeah, about 24 hours later.
So this is Friday the 14th, technically.
Yeah, some people have said that about that too.
Because if you really think about it, 2, 3, and 4 takes place in a span of what 3 days?
About a couple days, yeah. Because Friday the 13th, Part 4 takes place like fucking immediately after the events of Part 3, where they're carrying his corpse.
But it's not Friday the 13th, it's Friday the 15th.
Yeah, but I guess they didn't want to risk the idea of calling it a different title because of, trademark reasons.
Paul, the continuity sucks. Just say it.
Like I said, trademark reasons. That's why the continuity was shit.
But a lot of these women here are very attractive. Like
they, yeah, like
fake ass crazy Ralph.
Crazy.
This is fake Ralph. Rest in peace of Ralph, who got killed off in 2. Which
yeah.
I disagreed with.
Get that damn eye away from me, dude. That was done for 3D purposes, you could tell.
Higgins Haven, which is this lake. It's not a lake, but it's around Crystal Lake.
Yeah, but also this place is this was literally a set that was built from the ground up.
Yeah, it was built for it. Yeah, so I think it burned down like in 2012.
Yeah, I mean, even that lake that's there is fake. They just built it, but it actually seeped into the upper grounds. I'll tell you, man, the one thing these movies teach me, don't have a place in the middle of nowhere.
Now, who do you already know it's Jenny for me. Who can you say is the best final girl in the franchise?
Fucking hell.
Some say Megan, some say Chris, I say Jenny.
That's a tough one for me because all of them have their own unique qualities. But if you're going to put me on the spot now and I have to pick, right now, for me, it's this one. Because
Chris.
she actually, yeah.
You say Chris.
This one right here. Because she actually gives Jason a bit of a fight.
They all did. But Jenny actually talked to Jason and got in his head.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to tell a little bit of a story because Chris and Jason do have, which makes no sense if you really think about it. But apparently they had an interaction back in the day.
Yeah, they had a little bit of history. I don't know who the hell thought that idea up.
I
didn't think it was necessary.
Well, how it's well, I mean, no, you could tell that story, but how it was executed makes no sense. Like, because you would think we'll get to it. It makes no sense.
Nah.
And then got Chris and fucking young Ted Danson over here.
Mm-hmm. I'm just reading into how Larry was casted as Shelley. It turns out that the producers spotted him handing out flyers for a horror movie, and then they just said to him, "Hey, do you want to star in a horror movie yourself?" And he was just like, "Yeah, sure." So that's how he got the job.
Jesus Christ! Oh, that easy, huh?
That's literally how he got the job. Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
So it's funny how that worked out for him.
Oh, they said I'm going skinny dipping, and I'm not skinny enough. Like you see right there. That's the problem. That is the problem. Chubby guys can win only if you believe you can win. If you go into it thinking, oh, she ain't gonna like me and all that stuff, it's never gonna work.
Yeah, you start doubting yourself. It's like, man, what are you doing?
Look, you can be a guy, but motherfucker, you gotta go in there with the confidence like you're motherfucking. You gotta go in there like you're Chris Brown every time we're talking to a chick. It may work, it may not work. Well, you gotta try.
Exactly. I mean, it all depends on what you say and how you present yourself. If you carry yourself a certain way, then you may have a shot. And if it don't work out, then hey, it don't work out. You know.
I ain't sleeping in no damn hammock. You got me fucked up.
I've actually done that.
You got me fucked up. I'm not sleeping in no hammock.
I've done it once.
Who can we say was the worst final girl in Friday the 13th franchise?
My mind is blank on that one at the moment, but I'm probably gonna. Who would be the worst one?
It's a tie between part 8 and Jessica in part 9. I cannot. Again, I'm not saying that she ain't a bad person. I just hated Jessica's character. I did not like her character at all.
That one in Friday the 13th part 8 would the one that was a bitch. Didn't go much on that one very much. Oh, but yeah, as far as the final girls go, worst one for me, I'm probably going to be right there as well with Jessica. She just didn't have.
She's not good. Yeah,
no, she didn't have a lot to do.
I didn't like her character. I did not like her as a character at all.
No, I didn't either. Like she was her character was poorly written, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got Ted Danson pulling up Chris flexing those bazookas that he got.
He had some guns there.
He just dropped her. He just dropped her. He says, "Wait, you're not my girlfriend."
You can't be doing that. Dude, those spiral stairs and you gotta be careful with those type of stairs. Nice mask.
Where will we rank Jennifer Love Hewitt as a final girl? Yeah, I never really think of her as a final girl, which is weird because she's in both films and she's the final girl in both films, but she's never brought up ever. She fits the bill of it. Obviously, a typical final girl, like sweet, little shy, has a fight in her that she has to discover throughout that journey of that process. She comes out stronger person at the end. So if final girls tend to, I don't know. It's weird. I never think of her as final girl.
I don't think she's in anybody's top 10 very much. Okay, she's got some qualities, but she doesn't come across as like one of the top final girls. She has a final girl title, but I just it's like there's something missing in real qualities, man. Shelly, you dick, man, with the axe in the head. And you know she's gonna be in I hear because Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt, they will be in the new one, but they're not the main characters. From what I've been reading.
Shelly, you got a hot ass woman. You got a hot ass girl that you always set you up with. You doing some bullshit like this.
Again, it's his insecurity, so he falls back on the things that he likes doing and hoping that would get a positive reaction from people. But as you're seeing, it's not working.
Look at those Beetle cars.
I thought it was Herbie at first. Then when I saw that car, man, those Volkswagen Beetles, man, they are ancient. I don't think I've seen one now in years. And that engine on them is loud as hell.
Very loud. Jesus.
Like you imagine yourself, you just come back from a late night shift, you're sleeping, and somebody fires one of those up. Just when you're about to drift off.
Now, this chick that Chris is talking to, I think she retired after this film. I didn't see her again until that piece of garbage movie 13 Fanboy.
Yeah, apparently she hung it up after that one. And then she didn't do a lot of films after this one. She retired, did her own thing, then she came back for that Fanboy one. And after that, I don't know what happened to her at that point.
What kind of racist shit is that?
What?
Food stamps? What was so funny? Oh, she was gonna play with food stamps, though. Oh shit! We got the actress from the Michael Jackson "Beat It" video in this movie too.
Oh really? That's them? Cool.
Beat it!
That's cool.
I'm joking, Paul, but yeah.
Oh, you know, I was just being okay,
gotcha.
Old man syndrome. I got that going on right now. I am old, guys. Well, I will say this though: the biker chick, she's hot.
She is. She's a good looking. A lot of the women that are in these movies are hot.
She's definitely the chick I'm taking out for the night for a metal gig and then having a good time at home afterwards.
Oh my God, they went to go get some groceries and the grand total was $18. God damn, bro. I wish. Under $20, all those groceries, bro. 2 bags of groceries under $20, bro. Oh man, God, send us back to the 80s.
Really, send us back to those days. I remember back in the day when I used to buy like just 2 bags full of shopping. It would come up to about maybe, I don't know, $18, $20. Nowadays, to buy quite a bunch of stuff like that, it would come up to like close to $50 now. But it all depends on which shop you go to, because some shops are cheaper than others, and that's the crazy thing about it. You got to go where the bargains are nowadays. You fucking asshole! I'd be pissed if that was my bike right now.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, especially with motorcycle clubs, man. You knock their bikes over, you're fucked. You know.
Yeah, I remember he punches through the sugar glass, right?
Yeah, in 3D.
Gotcha.
Like that.
Shelly. I think Shelly should have taken over and been the final guy for the rest of the series.
Maybe he could have.
We should have followed Shelly. We should have followed Shelly.
Yeah. He just mowed over that bike. Oh, yeah. No comment.
Who wrote those lines? God damn.
Sure, the writer is. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
We have 2 writers involved. One of them is Carol Watson, and the other one is Martin Kilsever. So 2 writers involved
It's
in this.
very listen, if you don't have 3D glasses on, this shit is distracting.
I know, right?
It is distracting. Those constant images going.
Oh, hello.
Damn, Jay's ugly. He's ugly as shit. That's some clear as day right there.
What Arnold says in Predator definitely fits for him right now. He's one ugly motherfucker.
You know what? You want to know something I've always never. I always would never buy. You know, and again, it's a pet peeve of mine in movies, but I've always find it really credible. Again, it's all personality and all that stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
But when you see guys and then they get with girls that's way out of their league, it's like, bro, that never happens. That never happens. Stop it. Just stop it.
Nah.
Just stop
It's like, dude, just let it go, man. You it's not the time.
It's like the guys all nerdy and all that stuff, and the girls, like the high school cheerleaders, all falling for him. It's like come on, come on. Like they did that shit with Cobra Kai with Dimitri's character, and it's like, okay, all right, come on.
Oh, and I don't know if you noticed that just now, though. But if you looked at that car window reflection, I saw one of the film crews in the reflection.
Well, the beauty of HD.
Yeah. Nowadays, you could have just easily edited that out with post-production, but we didn't have those kind of those tools back then to do that kind of thing. Photoshop didn't exist back then, folks.
Yeah, this chick is she's pretty hot too.
She's a fine-looking chick. That's not Jason's feet.
Yeah, I kind of get what's Princess Leia's name?
Carrie Ann Fisher, I think her name is.
I kind of Carrie Fisher vibes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, smoke a cigarette around gasoline. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
You guys never learn, do you? Imagine, yeah, I'm just going to siphon some gas. Oh, I'm going to smoke for a minute. Hey, watch, we drop that. What? Next thing you know, we got singed cadavers all around the street. Morbid, I know. And he's still like... You're just begging to get...
I know. I saw it too. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You're just begging for getting your fucking head kicked in. And she looks hot in that outfit. I'm getting a little distracted. Got those raccoon tails on there too. Now, if you know they're part of like a motorcycle gang, we couldn't, if you notice on their outfits, you can't have stuff written on the back because you can't impersonate a fake motorcycle club if you've got something familiar that like one of their cuts, because they will come at you about that. Yeah, motorcycle clubs. When you so say like if you like there was this one guy who had a fucking Sons of Anarchy jacket replica that had the logo in the middle. It had the Sons of Anarchy written bit on the top. But what he made the mistake of doing was that he had England MC at the bottom. You don't fucking do that, because that will trigger off an issue with other motorcycle clubs, you know, because people die for those cuts, you know, what they have them on. So if you're wearing a cut of a fake motorcycle club or something like that, it's a big no-no.
Fascinating, fascinating.
That's why you don't see anything like written on the back. You got like a picture, yeah, but if you have like a name of a club and it has like the location with the MC on it, yeah, you gotta be careful.
Oh, bro. Listen.
That was
When
so
I was
close.
younger, I thought Jason pushed her. I thought Jason pushed her into that.
If this was a later Friday the 13th movie, you know he would have mashed her face down on it, would have curb stomped her in that.
But I mean, like Jason just went, oops, and just pushed her. That shit would have been hilarious.
That would have been funny, yeah. Another thing about Jason back in the early films, he would tease the people a lot before he killed them.
He would. He absolutely would. Yes. He would fuck with people. Yes, he would.
Yeah, like that bit when he's just throwing bits of straw from the haystack down.
Find fucks.
Find the fucks.
Oh my god.
Dude,
The acting in these movies is so damn bad.
why was he running sneaking like he had a lump of shit in his ass? Like he was dying for a shit.
Making a lot of noise, so it was supposed to be sneaking. It was breaking in.
Yeah, like anybody would hear you like running around doing that stuff. And she's gone. You know, Jason just snatched her like, yeah.
And he just, because if you saw Paul, you could see like a couple feet, like on the bottom right, like so he just snatched her.
Yeah. I mean, initially when I first watched it, I never spotted that before, but now with the, thanks to HD TVs, you can see it plain as day.
I've always liked the barn setting. I always thought it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea for a final act, having it take place in the barn.
Yeah, because this is pretty much where Jason was hiding most of the time, and this is where he hid most of the bodies at. So it's like a nice little kill box for him.
Yeah, this subplot with the bikers just seemed kind of. It just seemed forced to me. It just seemed. It definitely not. Whenever I'm watching this, I want to go back to the other guys. Even though I do like I love this. Whoa!
He's like, what the?
Get that 3D in there.
Yeah.
Just pull right in there.
Ooh. You got forked.
Yeah, I always thought these bikers were just there to. They were just there to throw the body count. I'm just but you could have cut them out and literally nothing happens.
You wouldn't have missed them.
She's still breathing. You could see.
Yeah, I saw that too. Nowadays, they would just freeze that screen or they would hold their breath, but she forgot to hold her breath.
Oh, God. If you're just joining us, we are at we're at 40 about 43 minutes into the movie. One of the bikers here is I forgot his name. He's oh here it comes.
Oh, here we go.
The look on his face, it's great. That's great. He does a good job.
What?
He fights back, and Jason's got traps that would make Goldberg jealous. They're fucking huge. Like, come on, you motherfucker.
Like, he just walks him like, bang!
Jason can fight, man. He's a scrapper, bro.
Yeah, especially in his early days, man. Like, he would throw down with you. Like, he literally whacked the shit out of that dude with that billy club.
Jason got hands. He has hands.
You'd think it was fucking Braun Strowman in that costume.
But this girl, but this girl, like this girl here, man, this girl, she's probably the best looking one here.
Definitely the best looking one in this film. No doubt about it.
Now, the one thing I love about Richard Brooker's portrayal of Jason and Ted White's portrayal of Jason is that I believe it's the same guy. They got the same stature. They got the same body type. From 2 to 3, you could tell, this ain't the same guy. 4 and 6 is clearly a different guy. Now, even in part 6, you got, before it was Graham guy. Yeah. Because because early on in the paintball scene in 6, there's a Jason got a bit of a pot belly, and then after that you get because I believe he's one of the stunt guys, right? And then then all of a sudden Jason got fucking abs and close up to his ass all the time.
Well, the thing about CJ was that CJ was a former military guy, and even today, because I remember 6 years ago I went to one of the main comic conventions in London. I actually got a photo with CJ Graham, and that dude is to this day still huge, man. He's still built like a fucking like he's made out of stone or something. The dude was taller than me.
Nice.
But he's a nice dude.
Listen, no, Paul, no. You're doing this goofy shit, and you got these two just sitting there watching. This is goofy shit.
Some people like it, I guess, but I don't.
Nah, bro. I'm not doing no shit like this. Let's. So there you go. Now he's got the right. Now he's got the right idea. There you go. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah. Well, he's got the skill to juggle. I'll give him that. I can't even juggle for shit. So No.
I would tell her. Yeah, I'll give you something to juggle. Juggle nuts. I'm sorry.
I knew that was coming. I just fucking knew it, folks. Well, oh god, I need to find something to talk about in the trivia. Guys, hold on. Shit. Okay.
Look. Here's the thing. Look, and he just got friend zoned. Ooh.
Anyway, Tracy Savage, she quit acting after this and earned.
You did not just see what just happened, Paul.
What happened?
He literally tried. He literally tried to ask if we could, if we could, do our thing. And she was like, "Ooh, I don't think so. Listen, I'm gonna go outside and we can talk." Like, bro, and then he called her a bitch under his breath.
Wow,
bro. Listen, but look, that's Shelly's fault. Look, bro, that's Shelly. Look, she is hot as hell, bro, and you've been acting like a goofball this whole trip.
Why is he even on this trip?
I'm trying to charm this woman. I'm trying to show her I'm not a weirdo. And nobody hears Jason walking around. It always makes me laugh.
I mean, that dude's he's wearing combat boots for shit's sake. You can't hear him walking around?
He kind of looks like MJF. If MJF was fat, he would look like Shelly.
It's funny you mentioned MJF as well. He's actually going to be in that Happy Gilmore sequel, I found out. I think he's... did you know there was going to be a Happy Gilmore sequel? All right, anyway. As I was saying, Tracy Savage, she quit acting after this movie, and she ended up earning a journalism degree, and she became a reporter, but she still continues to receive fan mail from Friday the 13th fans today.
Nice. But this story does not make any sense because Jason's not wearing the overalls. He's not wearing,
and he had no hair.
It has no hair. It makes no sense.
Why did they even? Never mind. I just think it
was he's wearing I mean, but you can make the case for but you could believe. I mean, but you could say for Friday the 13th Part 1 and 2, like where you get the overalls from,
Exactly.
like. But when I watched this, I'm like, wait a minute. If she had this dream, this happened before the events of this movie, he would be wearing the overalls and maybe the sack head. And if he didn't have the sack head, he would have the hair and the beard. Like,
they seriously screwed up on that one.
I mean, but again, this was during a time when continuity didn't mean shit to people back then.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was the case. I mean, like, people were like, "Oh, they won't notice. They won't notice that. Don't worry about it." Well, unfortunately, people like us will spot shit like that a mile away. Unfortunately, so we are gonna call it out when we.
Hey, wait, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. And I love that they put the. You can see her talking, and then you can see her talking, and then they got a little haze, like it's a dream. Like I love it.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at this Jason when we see him.
We're doing cross dissolves too. I love it. This is good stuff. Good stuff.
It's good. It's simple effects moments like that works out.
God! Look at this. I mean, look at him, bro.
Where is his hair?
He's in the outfit that he's wearing now.
What the hell is he wearing now on there? I mean, like, how many years was this before?
He'll be wearing overalls here.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if he had the hockey mask? Can you imagine if he had the hockey mask, though? That would be a big mistake, by the way.
Oh, they'd have fucked up if
that'd be a huge mistake.
Good thing they didn't add the hockey mask on that. What was he trying to do with her here? He would have just killed her outright if this was Jason.
But when did he? I mean, it was decent acting by Daniel Kimball's part in that scene, but
yeah,
the
continuity was wrong, and just
I always thought that was weird. I always thought that was weird to me.
I think it was just put in there just for the sake of it being in there, really, in my opinion.
It was trying to make some sort of story.
Yeah,
and that's what it was. It was trying to build up to the story between these two.
Oh, hang on. Now, according to this,
what's that? Stupid ass left the lights on. Yeah, that's gonna happen, you dumbass. You leave the lights, it's gonna drain the battery.
Well, yeah, I mean, cars have batteries, of course. Now, according to this, Part 3 was the first production to use Mark's 3D system, and it was a constant learning process in the early scenes that they filmed. That's why you had a lot of the close-up stuff that you kept seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So all the trial and error stuff they were trying at the time. And you got this dude here.
Right. Yes. Well. You see, as great as this movie is, if you drop this movie in 2024, unfortunately, this would have been straight to Netflix, buried in the horror section.
It wouldn't even be on Netflix. It'd just be straight to video.
Which is crazy to think about because these movies were like big. They had big worldwide releases. It's crazy to think about now.
Yeah, because
I mean, maybe with the success of Terrifier, maybe it's gonna, bring that back. To have these cheap horror films and to have a big box office in the back end.
I got a funny feeling we're gonna probably see a resurgence of that because again, like I said before, guys, nobody expected those Terrifier movies to be as successful as they become. And think about it. Some of the other movies, even the ones that we watched before that we wasn't a fan of, like, for example, I know you don't like this movie, James, but I gotta use it as an example, that fucking Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, right? Nobody expected that movie to make the box office that did. I mean, okay, it's not like Terrifier money, but if I can pull up the information, I'll tell you what it did. I was just got to find it. Right. So when the first one came out, and I know James fucking hated the first one, and I can see why. The budget was 100,000, but it went on to make 7.7 million. Okay. When part 2 rolled in, some people say that was an improvement, and that one went on to make nearly 8 million on a 500,000 budget. So when James was talking about, how these smaller movies like Terrifier with a small budget ends up becoming major box office successes, that's just another example of what we're getting at here. So maybe we probably will see a resurgence of these kind of movies making bank again.
But yeah, but I think you get away with that with Terrifier. Friday the 13th, you can't anymore. You can't anymore. That's why I say, when this series comes back, you gotta, I've always said you gotta evolve. Like, you gotta have more meat to that bone, which is why I believe the series is gonna be more revolved around Pamela Voorhees, or am I correct?
Yeah, Crystal Lake. I think it's gonna be a chronicle build-up to showing you how she dealt with what was going on with Jason at that point. Yeah. I've been first initially hearing.
You got it. I think that's the only way to go. That's the only way to go. Because with these movies, because like I said, as much as we enjoy these old school films, there's no story to it. And it's funny because how guys like me and you could get so easily attached to this series, take it so seriously, and it's beyond us because, oh shit.
That's Shelley again. Come on, dude.
Oh yeah, that's Shelley. That's Shelley. Yeah.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
But the reason why they kept making these movies was because it was not because it had a story to tell, because it's cheap and they knew the guys like me and Paul like going out to watch them. It's nonsense, surface level shit. It's just that today that kind of movie doesn't work. There's a lot of people that will say, "Hey, listen, how hard is it to make a Friday the 13th movie? Just put a bunch of kids in the camp and go to town." Yes, 40 years ago, but in 2025, people want depth, people want meat, they want art, they want story. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it just doesn't fit sometimes. So you have to think of something, there's a balance. You don't want to get rid of the DNA of Friday the 13th, obviously, but you got to evolve it. You have to mature it a little bit to make it much more interesting for modern audiences. And that's why what I liked what Vincent DeSanti did with Night of Never Hike Alone, or Never Hike in the Snow. Have you ever seen our movies, Paul?
No, I ain't seen that one yet. I've heard of it though.
You haven't? Okay. But there's a story to it. It feels more mature, more grounded, but it still feels like Friday the 13th. And that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you need to.
People loved 2009 Friday the 13th. People loved it 2009. I do too. But there's a reason why we never had Friday the 13th movie since. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, to add to it, they kept the same rinse and repeat formula on the Friday the 13th remake. And don't get me wrong, I fucking loved that remake too. But the direction they were going with it in terms of with the characters and everything, you can't do that now, because nowadays people don't want to see that kind of shit over and over again. They want to see more of a story. They want to see more of an evolution. It has to be, in some aspect, I hate to say it, or maybe I have to say it anyway, you have to kind of go a little bit highbrow with the Friday the 13th franchise. You have to elevate it just a little bit. Not like go completely A24 elevated, like if you know what I mean, like Hereditary, but just enough to lure new fans in and get them interested, but give the old school fans enough to come back for it as well, give them what they want. And that's the balance. And that's what I'm hoping with this TV series, which I hear is going to get released this Halloween, folks. So I'm expecting that trailer to drop anytime soon.
I find it hilarious that he pranked that girl with a real harpoon. That's fucking hilarious.
I can't believe he even did that. And of course, as you saw, Shelly had the hockey mask, and this is it'll happen in a minute. That's Shelly's wallet. Oh, that's his mom.
That's his mom. Yes. And then they try to say, wait, maybe I may give him a chance and all that stuff, which was never going to happen. But damn, she's fine, man.
That lake is not real, by the way. That was a shitty ass one that they built.
Yes, it's a fake lake.
And coming up soon, folks, this is the moment where Jason finds his face. Oh, we got a new sub in the chat, by the way. Chaz, how you doing, dude?
What's up, Chaz? Thank you. Appreciate the sub. Look at his traps, man!
Jesus Christ.
Look at his traps!
His shoulders, man. He puts fucking Sid Vicious to shame.
She would think that's Shelly. She would think that's Shelly. Oh, there it is. Okay, who are you? There you go. Yeah, he's fucking huge. This is a great kill, though. Yeah, here's watch this. Watch this. Whoa!
Damn. Good aim. That's another thing I got to
I love that gangster way. I love that gangster way. That gangster way he threw that gangster ass way how he threw that gun. That was great. I love it.
Yeah. And he's just walking off like, yep, whatever.
One of the most iconic symbols of horror. You are seeing. That's the first time you're seeing it. And of course, 1982, you would never think of it. But that's a great trivia question, Paul, for a lot of people. What was Jason's first kill in the iconic hockey mask? What was Jason's first kill in the iconic hockey mask? And that'll be it.
That was it right there. And that was the moment, folks, where Jason finds his face.
It'd be hard to have sex in a hammock. It'd be difficult to have sex in a hammock, bro.
It's easy to sleep in it. And there's the damn machete. Another signature of his.
Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute!
What?
Showtime, folks!
Hey, Steve, I was wondering when you were going to come back. Back by popular demand, folks.
And by the way, I totally forgot that this girl here, because she said it in the very beginning that she's pregnant.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which was really weird. Which is really weird because it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere.
So technically, Jason did a double kill.
Pretty much. You're about to drink? You're about to drink a beer? You're pregnant?
Yeah, like, that's not a good idea, dude.
Now, you can still have sex while pregnant. You still can. Yes, you can. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, here's the thumbnail, by the way, folks.
Here's a thumbnail.
Oh. Split his fucking nuts in half.
He just split them. He just split them.
Haven't we seen enough destruction of the private parts since last week? Damn. Yeah, for anyone, Chaz, if you didn't catch it last week, guys, man, we watched Terrifier 3, so you can check that out after this.
We watched a lot of movies.
104 episodes in. Again, like, they don't... it sounds crazy, but they kind of don't make them like this anymore.
Well, like I said, horror has evolved. You know, it's matured. I mean, people. Exactly. I'm sure people don't like to hear that, but but it's just matured. And I can't speak for everybody, of course, but for me, I know I've matured, and my tastes have matured. It's not like I don't like watching these type of movies. I love it. It's great. But definitely it wouldn't. I like the more psychological films now. Maybe because I'm older and I'm a grumpy old man now.
Well, for
But
me,
I
it's
love
like
these movies though. Nostalgia, Friday the 13th, Jason.
I see a
Yeah,
Fangoria
it's
magazine.
great.
I see a Fangoria magazine there. But yeah, I was saying, like, I'm 41 years old, and my taste in horror movies, they've broadened out a little bit more, but I'm still the same guy who likes to watch all these crazy old school gory ones as well. That's why I'm called Gorehound, folks. But I don't mind seeing some psychological movies as well. So I guess you could say I've kind of become a little bit more open-minded to some of the films that James suggested to me before in the past, but I still keep coming back to these ones that we're watching right now. Oh, and Chaz here said he did.
Godzilla. 25 years with Godzilla. That's crazy.
It's been over 50 years now.
25 years at that point was 25 years.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh!
By the way, Chaz here said he did see our Terrifier 3 video. I hope you enjoyed it, man.
Wait a minute. How could she not see Jason under there?
I don't know, because that dude's like 6'5".
How could you not see Jason under there, though?
I don't know, man. It's like typical movie logic, isn't it? And popcorn's flying everywhere.
Yeah, popcorn's flying. Yeah, popcorn is flying everywhere. But you know what else is flying everywhere?
What? No.
Pussy's perishing in hell!
Oh,
Your pussy! Hey, bring the camera, son. Bring the camera. All the young girls who want to make life with pussy, your pussy will perish with you in hell. May your pussy perish with you. May your smooth pussy, creamy pussy, and tight pussy perish with you.
You want to know what's so fucked up about that? Is that she actually did make life with pussy, and she still perished.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing about that one, anyway.
Oh God, that is terrible. That is terrible. What
are we doing, dude? What are we doing?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. But hey, hey.
Your pussy. Hey, bring the camera, son. Bring the camera. All the.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Reverend, we've heard enough today. God damn it. Oh, but anyway. Fuck, I need a drink. Hang on. Where the fuck did I go?
Jazz, I don't know who that guy is, but I found that guy like a couple years ago. I thought that video was so funny, and then that is the video that I use anytime a woman has sex in these movies. I send the Reverend to remind the folks of, it's just because y'all love it so much. Hey, one last time.
Your pussy. Hey, bring the camera, son. Bring the camera. All the young girls who want to make life with pussy, your pussy will perish with you in hell. May your pussy perish with you. May your smooth pussy, creamy pussy, and tight pussy perish with you.
You may not realize this, folks, but I almost just choked on my drink because that Reverend came out again. Reverend, you made your point, man. Fuck off.
Look, man, listen. Whoever that girl name is, she's the ultimate example. Okay, she was pregnant. She created life with her pussy, and she still was using her pussy. And then Jason got, hey, bro. Oh my God, look at this acting. This acting is terrible. This acting is horrible. Look at this. Shit.
She's dead.
Oh my god.
And
No, instead of leaving the house, let's go up the stairs. Yeah, that makes total sense to me.
why do they run up the fucking? I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Richard Brookers. Take that out and shove it into the lens of the camera. Yeah, you know that probably pissed the DP off. Don't fucking touch the lens.
Yeah, and then it touched the lens. You know how much this fucking lens cost? Red hot poker up the not up the.
She just took that like a she took that like a champ, though.
I will give her credit. She did do that, and he's carrying her out. He's like, "Yep."
This motherfucker's huge. He was not that big in part 2.
No, he was not. He was never that big.
You want to know what's so funny, Paul? I'm willing to bet that people watched this in 1982 thought him wearing the hockey mask was so cheesy.
I wouldn't be surprised if
I'm willing to bet people thought that was lame as hell.
Yeah, but
It's hard to think about it in relative terms, but you know why I do, Paul, is that if this movie came out in 2025, it would have been laughed. There would be people going, he's wearing a hockey mask?
Dude,
oh, come the fuck on.
They would have laughed.
Somebody would be like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I wonder if 1982, somebody looked at that and goes, that's lame as hell.
Probably because, I mean, those hockey masks were only around for hockey games during the 1950s. There's more of a novelty thing now. Oh, dude, you burnt the fucking popcorn. God. So what kind of a popcorn? So what's your favorite flavor of popcorn? I'm more of a toffee popcorn guy.
I stick to more of the traditional.
You can't go wrong with that.
I'm a traditional guy.
Fair enough. I don't know why. I've always liked toffee flavored popcorns. I just like the taste of them, I guess. Get a big bag of those Butterkissed ones. You know the ones?
Or somebody just DM'd me saying, "Yeah, no, in today's crowd, people be mad that it's a white hockey mask." Yeah. That's true too. Oh, and by the way, yeah, Paul, have you seen my videos regarding the Jada Parker situation?
Yeah, I had a little look at that this morning. Yeah,
that situation is fucking stupid.
Yep.
It just goes to show how toxic social media really is. It really is a toxic environment. I love this. Look at this. Look at the way he's holding Rick.
Yeah, he's just like,
shut up. Because the wind is so loud, she doesn't hear any of that. I love it. So great. Wait, here it comes, Paul. Here comes the eyeball out the head.
This kill was so good. It was
oh, I love that. That's so great.
The eyeball.
Bro, I remember laughing so hard watching that, bro.
Oh, I was in stitches when I saw it. I remember, like I said, when I was watching it with some friends, I just went, "Pop goes the eyeball," and they're like, "What?" I said, "You get the fucking idea."
Oh, I love that. I wonder what that's coming from.
Oh, that is such a
Scooby-Doo. Yeah, something jumped on it. Like, I wonder where that's coming from.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Bro, Rick wasn't shit, bro. But here's the thing. Jason whooped Paul's ass in part 2. Jenny had to save Paul. And then he whooped Rick's ass. Jason can fight, yo. Don't fuck with him, bro.
Yeah, Jason will wreck you if he wants to.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened to Dana Kimmel here.
I can only imagine.
Now, Paul, at this point, I will be leaving. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Chris.
My ass would be out the door already. I wouldn't even be going upstairs to check it out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gone. See ya. Because, my friends are not around. There's some bullshit going down.
Go to jail. That's what happened.
This is some bullshit.
You all right?
Yep, it is bullshit.
This is great. This is early 80s. This is so great. This is 80s at its. This low budget horror film is this. It's all great. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I love this.
Yeah, this is how a slasher movie's done, dude. Vintage old school slasher, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Not bad for a movie that's 43 years old now.
Rick ain't shit.
Yeah, Rick got.
And even modern day slashers don't feel like this because they're modern, they're more polished. It's a slasher in its genre, in a sense of you got a guy with a weapon slashing people, but maybe a final girl, perhaps. But you don't. It's not like this at all. Like,
No.
this feels like a haunted house you go into at Halloween time.
Yeah,
It's great stuff. It's great stuff. It's early 80s, man.
yeah, like haunted house stuff, man. You go in there, you know you're gonna get scared, but you're gonna have a good time at the same time. It's just fun, dude. And that's what. And I keep saying this a few times, but that's one of the things that a lot of these critics.
Oh!
Shit, he is.
And
yeah,
there's
he's
Jason in
coming.
his full glory.
There he is. Damn, dude, that is one big son of a bitch. I think he might be a second or two ahead, but I just seen him coming in with an axe.
Jason's dumbass.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. This girl here.
you know
She
what really would be funny? You know what really would be funny, Paul?
What would be funny? Go on, what would it be?
Never mind. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
I was saying, Chaz just brought up here that this girl on here, she played Chuck Norris's daughter in Lone Wolf McCreed. Right after this.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't realize that at the time.
You know what's so funny about this? I love, like, this is one of the few times Jason's like in pain. I love Jason when he screams in pain. He goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, it's just "Ugh!" It's one of the rare times you hear. It's one of the rare times you hear Jason actually make it
It's
sound.
great. Like Jason's about to get stabbed in the head, and he goes, "Oh!" And I think Jason gets stabbed in the kneecap, and he goes, "Huh?
Yeah, it's just And I'm like, what are you doing?
And if you listen, Paul, it sounds like he goes, "Mommy!" It sounds like he calls for his mom. Like, listen, real calls, Paul. It sounds like he
Okay,
goes,
all right, here we go. He's gotten stabbed in the hand. Damn, she's swinging that knife, man.
Listen.
Here we go, in the leg.
Do you hear that?
He did. He said it.
It sounds like he said, "Mommy!" And then,
Damn. he had that knife.
This
He's
is
like, "Bitch."
great. He's a fucking ninja. I love it.
Oh, and there's another funny moment here. There's a bit when she sneak attacks him. And when he's trying
This is
to
great, Paul. This is simple filmmaking. I love it. This is simple filmmaking.
it's effective. And it still is. But yeah, this bit coming up, I don't know why I laughed my ass off because when he gets
When he takes
fucked in the
the bump, I get hit in the head. Yes.
head. Yeah, and he's like, and you can hear him going, hey. You listen when it happens. You listen. It's coming up. Hang on.
Still has enough manners to use the rail using that going down the stairs.
Here we go. And this is a nasty shot too. But you listen to his reaction when she runs off. You hear him going, "Hey!"
I did hear that. Down goes Brooker.
Now, remember, folks, for anyone who doesn't realize, Jason was still human at the time.
The keys! The keys!
Come on, just get the keys and put them in the damn van.
Come on, Chris, get out of there! Jason's gonna come here in a second, put his head in his hand. Wait, no, that's not yet. Yeah, this was me and my girlfriend last weekend. I'm thinking, oh, she ain't gonna run me over. She ain't gonna run me over. She ain't gonna run me over. Oh, shit!
One of the rare times you see Jason diving out of the way, he's like thinking, "Oh wait, I'm not supernatural yet. I gotta dive." Shit.
When you get an argument with your girlfriend and she's threatened she's gonna run you over, you're like, "Bitch, no, you ain't." Oh shit!
Yeah, and you're like, well, damn, she almost did.
Like she almost hit me.
That bitch almost hit me, man. You crazy?
But I love Chris's intensity. I believe that she's scared. I love her intensity. Bro, the intense look on her face when she was coming at Jason with that knife was really good. Chris is a really good final girl. She's a really good final girl.
She definitely got a case of being one of the top 10 at least. She's good.
Like she was really intense.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Jason
Oh man.
Can you imagine if Jason like full on sprinted?
Well,
that's a scary sight.
Well, we saw that in that 2009 movie when he was bolting after that dude. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Jason's hauling ass.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Jason running after you is a lot more scarier than walking.
It's terrifying. It is terrifying.
A guy his size shouldn't be moving at that speed. Yeah, you better find something. You've only got a few seconds till he's able to bust that door open, or get his arm.
Oh, I love the thing on his hand. I love the thing on his hand. Yep, continuity, like it, love it.
Well, they got the continuity right for once here.
Look at the size of him.
That's not Kane, is it?
Look, in one day, he didn't have these. It's only the day after part 2. He got huge in a day.
How the fuck did he? Never mind. You can see the shoulder pads.
This man injected himself with roids, bro.
Yeah, but what kind of roids make him do that in 24 hours? Holy shit.
He's almost got a hunchback.
Well, they did say he had a bit of a hunchback on him. I mean, they kind of had that on the remake. They addressed it a little. Because of the disfigurements of what he had when he was a kid.
Love the intensity. Look at Richard's intensity. He's about to throw a temper tantrum.
Oh, he's pissed. And I would be too if I got stabbed in the hand and the leg and almost ran over.
Man, he's fucking huge, bro.
And he's still walking normal despite the fact he got stabbed. The dude's a monster, man.
Yeah, Jason can't look up. His traps are so big, he can't look up. His neck movement's so limited, he can't look up and see her.
Unbelievable.
In order for him to look up, he has to lie down. So
might be the only way for him in this case. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Oh, she got him. Okay. Right on top of him. Run, Chris, run.
He got her ass in his face.
Here comes the machete.
Ooh, that was close. How's a haystack gonna stop? Never mind. But then again, those haystacks are heavier than they look. What?
She's got a shovel. Oh, he's coming up. This is This is a really good chase scene in the barn. This is a really good chase scene.
It
Utilizing the barn, the different levels of the barn. It's always so fun to watch stuff like this.
Oh, there's a shovel. It's not a golden shovel, but it'll do.
Oh, in the head.
Ow. He's going to be feeling that in the morning. Like, the size of this guy, he's like 6'4".
You know what's so funny? What's so funny to me is that it's not until Jason takes the mask off where she realized that he was her attacker. Like, can you not see what he's wearing and see that's the same guy?
I don't think she realized it, but how could you not notice that?
I love this.
Just, and then it's the one that happens later on when he gets the, his reaction to that one. Yeah. This has been pretty damn... I mean, we're near the end of the fucking movie already, dude. Time just fucking jetted by on this one.
What, boy? You want this to be an episode of Monday Night Raw?
I don't know, maybe.
A 3-hour Friday the 13th would make kiss my ass, bro.
Well, we've had 2.5
I
hours.
would never watch a 3-hour Friday the 13th movie. I would never. I don't give a fuck.
What if I end up picking it if it ends up being like that one day?
Yeah, well, you doing that show on your own.
I don't know about that.
Nah, bro, nah. Friday a 3-hour Friday 13 film, bro. Kiss my ass.
Hey, we did 2.5 hours of Terrifier 2 and 3, so it's no different.
And I was pushing it.
Yeah, but it still kept us engaged. Oh shit, he's moving. And he has. Wait a minute, I thought
Look
his
at
eyes wasn't
him.
working. I thought he was
Bro,
one-eyed.
and I love that smile on his face. I love that sick smile on his face.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
noticed that
perv.
too.
He's a pervert in this movie. He's a straight up perv. Hey, oh, I forgot about him. Oh shit!
Ooh. Yeah, you should have he should have stayed down. He should have stayed playing dead. He would have survived then.
What was the point of bringing him back if you're gonna kill him in 2 seconds later?
He should have stayed down. And he's chopping the fuck out of him. Here we go. Axe to the head. His reaction to this. Listen. And his heavy breathing.
Yeah.
And for all intent and purposes, that should have been it from here, really. When you think about it. You took a fucking axe to the head. That's a freeze frame.
And I believe from that point on, every Friday the 13th film, he had that axe mark in his mask in every single one. I think except till part 8, right?
No, he had that in part 8. It was a different mask. That's a thing as well, because on Friday the 13th 7, that mask was fucked. Like, yeah, side of it was missing from that boat propeller. He had the dent in his head. And on part 8, you still have that dent on the mask where the axe went, but it was like a gold mask, good as new.
Oh, the piss yellow mask, yeah.
Yeah. And then you had that mask on Jason Goes to Hell, which was pretty much fused to his face. And I did see the concept artwork of what his face looked like underneath that mask. You really want to know?
I forgot about. I saw the face, but I forgot about. Now, I forgot about this. To me, is definitely the scariest scene in the franchise for me. I think Jason looks terrifying in this dream sequence. Now, I think where this went off the fucking rails is Mrs. Voorhees popping out. I'm like, why would she dream of Mrs. Voorhees? And why does Mrs. Voorhees still have her head?
Yeah, I thought she lost her head, and I don't know. And if I remember correctly, one of the endings, the original ending was that Jason barges out the door and chops her damn head off.
That was.
Which they did film.
This is great.
Oh, man.
There. He's coming out.
Oh, he is pissed.
God, he looks like Sloth.
I was thinking that too.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Come on, get away, Chris.
Right into a log. Come on. He's gonna. Shit. He ran through that door like a
That's
Kool-Aid.
a cool shot of Jason. That's a cool shot of Jason. Jason looks terrifying there.
I know. That's fucking wild, dude.
That shit looked creepy. Jason looked creepy right there.
No doubt about it.
And then it was just your imagination.
And then this shit happens? What are we doing here?
The lady grabbed her. She grabbed her titty too.
What are we doing here?
That lady grabbed her titty too. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too. But like, oh man. And if you think about it, the bit when
it didn't make sense. It did not make sense. Like, why would she dream of Mrs. Voorhees? Why would Mrs. Voorhees come after Chris of all people?
I have no idea. Didn't the film director have a cameo in this movie as one of the cops? I might be wrong here. Oh, dude, she is traumatized as fuck. You can see it in her face, man. She lost her mind in this movie. Look at her. No amount of therapy is going to help her recover from this.
This is why I don't think she ever came back. Look how gone she is. That's why she never came back. She's fucking lost it. It's too bad. Dude. I like Chris.
Yeah, and like I said,
but that's why she never came back, because she's gone.
But like I said, man, for all intent and purposes, this is the trilogy. This could have been it right here. Because the last shot you see is that. You don't see him getting up back from the dead. It was just, he's dead. Done.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the movie was a box office hit. Fans wanted more. And Frank Mancuso was like, all right, we'll do one more, but we're going to fucking
You are correct. I love how there's nobody, all the police have left. They just left Jason there.
Yeah, why would you leave his ass? I guess they thought, well, we'll just fucking leave him there. He won't bother anybody. Yeah, right. Man, that movie flew right the fuck by, man. That was a fast
There it is, Friday 13 Part 3. I'm gonna blast this music. All
right, well, while you blast that music, I better drop my 2 cents in this. This movie was fun. It was a fun trip, dude. I mean, the movie was like an hour and 35 minutes.
Dancing right now, Paul. I'm dancing.
What? Keep dancing while I'm talking then. But, yeah, I lost my train of thought now. Yeah, the acting was good. The story was good. Jason, Richard Brooker playing as Jason, I thought was pretty good. I mean, the effects on this was nice too. Just a really fun movie. I mean, there is a couple of quirks in this where you just kind of think to yourself, okay, maybe they could have done that. I mean, the bikers being in there, I didn't think you necessarily needed them in the movie, but you know, they were just there for kill candy, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. The flashback scene where she was saying about somebody that attacked her, that could have been done better if they kept the continuity going, but it wouldn't have. I don't know where it makes sense to have that in the timeline or not, but they edited it in there anyway. But again, there were some moments in this movie that were really good to see. Like, I mean, the bit when you saw she was imagining Jason was still alive after that axe in his head, and he barged through that door like a fucking maniac. That was a cool scene. Just some of the effects in this was not too bad. Can you imagine what this would have been like to see this movie in 3D? that would have been interesting. Hang on. Chaz here says he has the Friday the 13th 8-movie collection DVD with the 3D glasses included. That's cool, man. I mean, the one that I got here. Actually, I can show you what one I got here. Let me just get my cam. Let me just turn my camera on a minute here, Chaz. The one that I got is I got this one here. Got the 8-film Blu-ray collection. I wanted to get that big, massive 12-movie box set collection that Scream Factory did, but I haven't been able to get my hands on that one yet. But yeah, all in all, this was a fun movie. I had fun watching it, and it's a classic. A damn good follow. Newscast. There you go. Steve Miner was the news reporter. That's the film director's cameo. My bad. But yeah, fun movie. It's gonna get a 9 out of 10 for me. All right, James. Or are you still dancing?
What?
Your turn to drop your thoughts, or are you still dancing?
Oh, give me a second.
I kind of lost my train of thought, so I was kind of blabbering.
I'm sorry. I enjoy the song. I'm sorry. I think the song is great. But
hey, nothing wrong with that.
But hey, like I said, this is a fun slasher film, of course. It's a movie, it's a movie I grew up on. I'm never gonna hate it. Like, I'll never forget. Like, it was HBO. It was HBO. I had HBO, and then it had a Friday the 13th marathon. Now I watched, the later. I watched was Jason New and all that stuff. I never watched the early movies, and then I remember watching the earlier films. I remember enjoying the earlier films even more. And this is one of them. Like I said, it's this movie. It's a part of horror history. It's the first time we see Jason with the hockey mask. And it's not only become one of the most iconic symbols in horror, but one of the more iconic symbols in pop culture. People, bro, sometimes when people see the hockey mask, they think of Jason before of hockey, the sport of hockey. They think of Jason. So it goes to show how symbolic the mask is. And but yeah, it's your typical 80s slasher, which some would say, problematic, but at the time it was fun. It was fun.
Exactly.
Highly successful motion picture films that a lot of us want to go watch, and Steve Miner, I thought he did great in both films, part 2 and part 3. Like I said, I enjoy Dana Kimmel as Chris. As the final guy, I thought she was really, really good, especially in that last bit there.
Yeah.
People really don't give Richard Brooker his props as Jason. People, they give all the props to Kane Hodder, which kind of annoys me, but they give all the props to Kane Hodder. Some mention of Ted White, but I think no mention of Richard Brooker. And I'm thinking Richard Brooker is pretty much laid the blueprint on how to play Jason down the road.
He did. But I think the reason why a lot of people like Kane Hodder's take on Jason is because I guess in a way some people say he perfected his character. Richard Brooker laid the blueprint. Yeah, he did. But a lot of people say Kane Hodder was the guy to play him. But there's another person that I feel doesn't quite get his flowers as Jason, and that's Derek Meyers in the remake one. I thought he did fucking excellent in that one. Now, apparently, Richard Brooker, for anyone who doesn't know, he passed away in 2013 at the age of, dude, he was only 58 when he died like 12 years ago. So if he was 58 back then, that means he was somewhere in his 20s when he played Jason, which is kind of surprising, man. I didn't realize he was that young until I just read into it, man. I think your mic is muted, by the way, James. James' mic. I think something's going on with James's mic there. Well, while he's talking, guys in the chat box, in terms of where would people rank Friday the 13th in the best and worst categories? I would probably say I would put Friday the 13th Part 3 somewhere in the top 5 of the best Friday the 13th movies out of the 12 that we've seen so far. That's my opinion on that one, by the way. I'm just trying to think what else to say here, guys, because my mic is James's mic is gone mute at the minute, so I'm just trying to think what to say. What else can I say that hasn't been said yet?
Movie
There you are.
movie news. I had to step away. So I was hoping you do movie news.
Oh, well, movie news. Well, in that case, then, what can we talk about first? Let's see. Well, if anyone doesn't know, we have a movie trailer for the movie based on a video game called Until Dawn. I haven't watched the trailer myself yet, but I know it's based on a video game, which I remember James was telling me about it a while ago. You've played that game.
See, yes, the Until. By the way, if there's anybody in the chat that's still watching, by the way, salute to y'all. That hung out with us, watching this movie with us as well. So shout out to all of y'all. But Chaz, or anybody, if anybody has like any questions or anything you want to throw in chat, go ahead right ahead. This is kind of be like our Q&A portion of the show. But
I'm just picking up some news.
Yes, Until Dawn. I thought, yes, by Dark Pictures is a video game that came out over 10 years ago. It's one of those decision-based games where like every decision you make like affects the outcome of the game. And I always love games like that. And I've seen a little bit of the trailer of. I haven't seen the whole. I've seen only a little bit. It's not exactly like how the game went down. Like now, the one that I did enjoy about Until Dawn, Paul, is that you think the game's gonna go another way. Like it starts out like it's gonna become your stereotypical old school 80s slasher film.
Yeah.
And it is that, like the first part of the game, it completely changes to another some old other shit that completely throws you off. We're talking about like, goes from a slasher to motherfucking all of a sudden Wendigo monsters. It's like, whoa, what? Like
I saw some of the clips on that on the video game, and I'm just like, yo, where are we going with this? I like the idea.
It threw me off. It threw me off when I first played it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are gonna do a movie on it. I don't know how I feel about it.
I might watch it.
They didn't really bring any of the actors of the game back, which was a little disappointing. But yeah, I'll be interested in it. I'm interested in it.
Oh, what the hell! I just saw someone here on Bloody Disgusting. This just landed like 2 hours ago. Towder Newton and Steve Zahn are going to be joining the cast in a new Anaconda movie. When the fuck were they making a new Anaconda movie? What the hell? I didn't know about this.
They're making a new Anaconda movie?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me get you the link here so you can read this out as well. Give me a second. I'm going to drop it in your inbox right now. I'll put it in your Facebook chat and I'll put it in the StreamYard one so you can, just in case it doesn't show there. Yeah, check that out. So apparently, folks, we have a brand new Anaconda movie, and it's going to be dropping on Christmas this year. Who else is casted in this? The cast is going to include Jack Black, Paul Rudd. One of the cast members was in that Suicide Squad and Roadhouse movie. Yeah.
Jack Black. Yeah.
Jack Black is going to be in this Anaconda movie, yeah. And Paul Rudd. Who the hell's directing this?
That's actually a really good cast, honestly.
Tom Gormachin is co-writing this feature and is being directed by Kevin Eaton. I don't know what he's done, but this is quite a stacked cast here for an Anaconda movie, dude. When was the last time an Anaconda movie came out? I know there's been 4 of them. I think the last one came out in
The only movie, I'm telling you, the only movie I've ever watched from that franchise
was the first one.
First one. That's the only one I
Yeah,
care
one
about.
Jennifer Lopez in it. Yeah,
No, hang on.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube was in it.
All right, so it says here. Can you read this? Can you see this?
Yeah, I'm looking at the news article that I've seen.
Look at the screen.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. The Anaconda franchise is snaking its way back to theaters this holiday season. The cast continues to grow. THR reports that today, Thandie Newton spelled her name wrong, you idiots. Steve Zahn from Silo and Joyride, another fun early 2000s film. Have joined the comedic reimagined. Wait, comedic? Hang on. Of the 1997 action horror action movie. Sony's Anaconda set to release in theaters on December 25th, Christmas Day of this year. Sheldon Mello makes his English language debut. Eon Sky Zodiac has also joined the cast. That includes Jack Black and Paul Rudd and Danelia Melchior, James Gunn, Suicide Squad Roadhouse. The plot said to follow a group of friends facing midlife crisis who are remaking their favorite movie from their youth. I like where this is going. I don't like where this is going so far.
What the hell?
They head to the rainforest only to find themselves in a fight for their lives against natural disasters, giant snakes, and violent criminals. The new cast additions also bring new character details. Jack Black is set to play a director stuck in his job as a wedding videographer. Rudd stars as an actor worried that his Hollywood dreams will evaporate. As for newcomers, THR knows that Zandy and Newton are other childhood friends that will join the two on an ill-fated adventure, while Mello plays a Brazilian animal wrangler. Sky is playing Zach's wife. The unbearable weight of massive talent, filmmaker Tom Gormican, who co-writes and features with collaborator Kevin Eaton, will direct. Jennifer Lopez, Owen Wilson, Ice Cube, and John Voight starred in the original film that saw a documentary film crew held hostage by a deranged hunter as he seeks to hunt the world's biggest and deadliest snake. The film's success launched 3 sequels between 2004 and 2009. More recently, the Anaconda franchise battled the Lake Placid franchise in a 2015 crossover movie, which sounds fucking horrible.
I actually remember watching that on TV.
I do not want to watch it. While with filming now underway in Australia, I expect to hear more news from this comedic reimagining of Anaconda. I already don't like it.
Horror. What the hell?
I already don't like it.
I'm gonna wait for a trailer to drop.
I already don't like it.
Yeah, the fact that they're making it a comedy, like the first one was an adventure horror movie, but to go in a comedy route with this, like, hang on, let me just look for the Anaconda movie. I'm gonna see if they ever had a comedy approach. Hold on. No, they've all
been relatively serious.
Yeah. So according to this franchise lineup, there's been 5 Anaconda movies. This is number 6, but it's a reboot comedy. I'm not too sure about the comedy aspect of this. I mean, I don't mind the comedy horror aspect as long as it doesn't overbear the horror side of it. That's my only concern. That's my only concern right now.
It's a very slippery slope. We go down comedy horror territory. Very slippery slope.
I'm not. I will approach this movie with caution, I would say here, folks. But I'm not trying to put people off watching it, but I'm just saying approach with caution on this. What else we got going on here? Yeah, I did see the trailer for this movie that I saw recently called The Monkey. Did you see that one?
That is by that's
from the guy that did Long Legs.
Yeah, that like Oz Perkins movie.
Yeah, I saw the trailer to that, and I was just like, that is it's pretty fucking out there.
Now, cast as Anaconda with Jack Black and Paul Rudd. I don't know, them doesn't sound appealing. Yeah, anytime Jack Black's in the movie, I'm automatically like, oh Lord. But
He was claptrap in Borderlands, and I'm just like, yeah, we're not doing that.
yeah, Jack Black, he's one of those. He's just one of those names when you hear him, he's like, you know, and I never thought the guy was funny. Never thought he was funny.
There's a few films I didn't mind him being in, like Tropic Thunder or something, but it's just it's hit and miss with him.
Okay. He was funny in Tropic Thunder, but he was the least funniest. True.
And he was also on that Still Know What You Did Last Summer as well.
I hated that motherfucker in that movie. Sometimes Jack Black, you gotta rein him in sometimes, man. If you let him go full Jack Black, he's gonna get on your nerves really quick. I never seen Shallow Hal. So I don't know what that's like. But what were we talking about for Jack Black?
Well, Paul Rudd was in it. The Anaconda movie. But we were talking about that.
I like Paul Rudd. I like Paul Rudd as an actor, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he was in Halloween 6.
Oh yeah, he was. That was Paul Rudd before that, a long time ago. His acting has gotten a lot better since then.
Yeah, true. We got some Scream 7 news here.
Oh yes. Now, Paul, you send me stuff all the time. Okay, just because I don't respond, don't mean I don't see it.
I know. I
saw this when you sent this to me. And you told me right away. I think you said it right away.
I used the killer. I'm betting this guy. I'm betting on it right now. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. I am gonna die on this hill, folks. I'm gonna call it right fucking now. If you look at this article, if James posts it up here, I'll give him the link right now. And you guys be the judge. It's coming up for you right now, dude. Now, folks. All right. James is going to show you something right now in the StreamYard chat, folks. Now, you tell me, do you think this guy is going to be the fucking killer in Scream 7 or not? Me, I'm betting my fucking poker chips on this dude. He's going to be the killer. But yeah, this is the guy that's going to be playing Sidney Prescott's husband, and it's not Patrick Dempsey.
Which is very interesting. So Joel McHale will play Sidney Prescott's husband in Scream 7. Sidney Prescott will be married in Scream 7, but not to Patrick Dempsey's character, Mark Kincaid from Scream 3, as fans speculated. Deadline reports that Joel McHale has been cast as the final girl's husband, Mike Evans. Currently in production in Atlanta, Scream 7 sees the return of Nev Campbell as Sidney, Courtney Cox to Gail Weathers, Mason Gooding, the only person from the core 4 that's coming back.
Yep.
And Roger L. Jackson as the voice of Ghostface. Isabel May plays Sidney's daughter. The cast also includes I'm sorry.
Some of these cast members are on that. I just realized some of these cast members. Yeah.
Go ahead, Paul.
I was saying some of these cast members were on that Ghostbusters movie recently.
Oh Lord. McKenna Grace, Sam Reckner, Asa German, and Anna Camp. Kevin Williamson, the writer of the original Scream, as well as Scream 2 and Scream 4, is directing the latest installment from a script by Guy Busick, who co-wrote Scream 5 and Scream 6. Plot details are kept under wraps, but slasher sequel is expected to bring the focus back into Sidney and her family. Back in October, Dempsey said there had been a conversation about his return in Scream 7. Despite McHale's casting, it's possible that Dempsey returns as Sidney's former flame. Best known for hosting Ease the Soup and starting on Community, McHale's horror credits include Deliverance from Evil, It's a Wonderful Knife, and Santa Clara's Diet. That was actually a pretty good show. He guest starred in the third season of Yellow Jackets, premiering on February 14th.
I've seen that movie. It's a Wonderful Knife. That's a pretty good slasher film. Deliver Us from Evil, isn't that? Oh no, I was thinking of a different film. But yeah, It's a Wonderful Knife. I am familiar with that film.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna assume that maybe they couldn't reach an agreement with Patrick Dempsey.
Wasn't he? Isn't he filming Thanksgiving too? Because that's coming out this year.
But you really think it'll probably don't take long to film a Thanksgiving film? Like, I'm pretty sure he could find the time to go back and forth between sets. Maybe that Sydney maybe remarried. Maybe Sydney, because it never really fully was said that she was with Patrick Dempsey's character. We just always kind of assumed it. But yeah, you kind of look at this guy, you kind of be like, he has the stereotypical look of a Scream slasher.
Yeah.
And to your question, Paul, I think you called the last few killers. Am I right?
Yeah, I've called the last few already before. I haven't been wrong about those ones yet. Now, the other thing I've been hearing also about Scream 7 is more than one killer. The rumor is it might be somewhere between 3 and 4. That's another room. That's another thing I've been hearing, dude. But as far as who the other killers might be, if that is true, I don't know. But I'm still standing by what I say here.
Wait, Paul. There's always been more than one killer in Scream movies.
Yeah, there's been 2 mostly. Scream 6 had 3. 7, I hear, might be more. Like a cult thing.
Scream 6 did have 3. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Because you saw that shrine cult thing they had going on there. So this could be the cult of Ghostface. I don't know, dude.
Or maybe do my idea. Like, y'all know me. Like, when it comes to Scream films, I enjoy the Scream movies. I do. I really do. But I've always said this, that I think it needs to spice it up. I think it needs to do something different. And add. Now, granted, Scream has the benefit of, for the most part, the fan base is satisfied with the franchise. There's not one Scream movie where you can say that the fan base hates. You can say Scream 3, but there's a good chunk of Scream fans that actually enjoyed Scream 3. So the franchise is successful in that regard. And every time the movie comes out, you know, it's successful. Now, I've always said, you see one Scream film, you see them all. So I think it would be nice if, how about we do a Scream movie where we don't know who the killer is? I think that would be a really good cliffhanger. If you're planning on doing another Scream movie after this, that'd be another good way to do it. A Scream movie where we actually don't get the stereotypical take the mask off and then give a whole 5-minute diatribe of why we're so evil, you know, and then all of a sudden all of a sudden they forget everything that made them a killer and they become fucking stupid.
Yeah, like Scream 6 is a good example. I was like, how the fuck did their IQs drop all of a sudden when they reveal who they were? Like,
all their IQs drop. Billy and Stu's IQs drop. Like, as soon as they take the mask off, like, their efficiency, they're like, it all drops, bro. It's always annoyed me.
That's always the killer's flaw in these film franchises. Like, yeah, just take the mask off and watch their IQs just go at that point. You know what I mean? But yeah,
but I just think because Paul, because you, I think you could agree with me on this, Paul. Every time, like when a Scream movie's over, it's like it's a definitive ending. Every single one is a definitive ending. You could end the franchise on each and every single Scream movie. You could. There's no cliffhanger. I just think it'd be a nice little twist if, like, hey, we have the killer, and then Sydney shoots him, and then she goes check on her family, and then and then she goes to take the mask off, and then he comes back alive again, and then Sydney kicks his ass again. He never takes the mask off. We don't get no speech, and then all of a sudden he just disappears, and then boom, that's the end of Scream. That'd be something different. That'd be something new for the franchise.
Yeah, you should play it like that. And the other thing I've been hearing also about Scream 7 is that there's going to be a massive timeline jump. I think it's about a decade.
Decade?
Yeah, because Sydney's kids are kind of like teenagers now. That's what I've been hearing.
I think that kind of would make sense because I don't think you can have it too close to the events of Scream 6 because there's still, by the way, there's still some divide about that situation. Again, y'all know me. I personally think how they handle this whole situation has been a complete mess. This whole approach to Scream 7 has been a complete utter mess, in my honest opinion. The firing of Melissa Barea and losing Jenna Ortega, because I actually was kind of interested to see where they're going to go with the Carpenter sisters. But and then just for them to go back to Sydney after fucking her over in Scream 6, it's like, okay, but dude, I just asked for something. I just asked them to bring something new to the table. Am I gonna watch it? Of course. Am I gonna go to the theater and watch it? Of course. I just asked to just give me something new. Just give me something new.
Yeah, like do something different that Scream hasn't done yet, and then you got my attention. And the fact that Kevin Williamson, the guy who pretty much created this franchise on the writing side of things, he's now directing it. That should be interesting, because who knows more about that franchise more than Kevin Williamson outside of Wes Craven? You know what I mean?
I was about to say Wes.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm just seeing what else we got digging up here. Oh Jesus! All right, this one might be a little divisive, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. Now, as you know, guys.
I like it.
Now, as you know, guys, there's been a lot of horror movies that's been coming out based on kids' characters, right? Well, we got another one dropping in April. This one's about Steamboat Willie being the killer. Now, the interesting thing about this, and this is why I'm kind of interested in this one, some of the film crew behind the Terrifier movies is involved in this. And yes, David Howard Thornton is playing the killer version of Steamboat Willie. And there's actually an image that got dropped on it. I'm actually say whatever the fuck you want, man.
Okay. All right. Y'all, you know me, Paul. I hate this trend. But
yeah.
Okay, you say that David Howard Thornton's gonna be the killer, and
image is right there.
I may have some interest. I may have some interest because I do enjoy David Howard Thornton as an actor. So
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and also he's
our childhood fables as killers. I don't like it at all.
Well, don't forget. I mean, you got those Winnie the Pooh movies. As you know, that's part of the twisted childhood thing. There's actually a horror version of Bambi coming out. I've seen the trailer for that. It does look pretty fucking out there. They just recently dropped. Yeah, I heard about that one too. There's even a Peter Pan one coming out. That a trailer for that just dropped a few days ago, and that looks pretty interesting too. And all this stuff that we're seeing when it pertains to Bambi being a killer, the Peter Pan stuff, the Winnie the Pooh stuff, it's all gonna merge as part of some monster mashup, like the Avengers, but with these characters. And there's also a third Blood and Honey movie coming out, I think sometime next year. And as you know, Blood and Honey 2 dropped last year. We still have to go through watching that one at some point, but people do say that the second one was a vast improvement compared to the first one. And as you guys know, James did not like the first one that much, and with good reason. So I don't know. We'll see. But as you can see there, folks, on the screen, there is an image of David Howard Thornton as Steamboat Willie. That's the only image I've seen so far. And this movie's going to be dropping in April.
Now,
And like I said,
if David Howard Thornton, if he can be able to get Art the Clown over and this character over, you gotta say he's probably the greatest horror movie actor of all time.
and don't forget, he's in a short movie that's coming out recently, which is his interpretation of the Joker, which, by the way, a lot of his characteristic inspirations for Art the Clown came from DC's Joker character.
You can
Not the
you can easily tell for sure.
Yeah. And if you've seen the images, what he looks like as that dude, like, holy shit. Have you seen the image of that yet?
I haven't. I have not.
Give me a second. Let me find it. I got to go to his actual Facebook profile because that's where I found it. It's called Joker's Wild. All right, I'm going to post you these
I'm
links.
pretty sure he's cool stuff.
Well, these links are coming up on StreamYard via the Facebook link. I'm just sending you some images right now. There's the poster. Here is his interpretation of how he's going to look. There's like a production still photo coming right up. There's that one. And I think there's a screenshot from the film in here. Yeah, here you go. Looking at this, I'm so down for seeing it. Now, the other thing I've been hearing also, there was a thing about them probably doing another Joker movie, but a different reimagining. Some people are saying about getting Bill Skarsgård to play it, but a lot of people are saying no, fuck that. We want David Howard Thornton to play Art the Clown, and I know people have been lobbying the idea of him playing it, and I would be so down for seeing it too.
First of all, there should not be another Joker film for the next 5 years. Okay,
Exactly.
And,
I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not do any more Joker films. Okay, Joker 2. It's the ultimate example why I say certain movies don't deserve fucking sequels. I've been trying to tell people this. People don't listen to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But no, like no more Joker films. Like it needs to go away for a while. Now, okay, Bill Skarsgård. I don't know about you, Paul, but I'm Bill Skarsgård now. Okay, this motherfucker's everywhere now. Okay, like I don't want to see him as Joker right now. And David Howard Thornton. Okay, all right, that's fine. But I mean, I want somebody that's got the best guy that's qualified for the job. Okay, I've yet to see his version of Joker, but yeah, as Joker right now, I don't want to see another Joker film. I don't want to see another Joker film. I don't want to see how. I don't want to see. Yeah. Joker 2 was ass. It sucked.
I still haven't watched it yet, and after what I've seen and heard, well, if it ends up on TV on Sky and it's free to watch, then fuck it, I'll punish myself with it. But I'm not paying to see it. I'll tell you that now. But But yeah, speaking of other new movies, folks, I got to put this one out here. May 16th, finally, we're going to get a new Final Destination movie, the first one in 14 years. And this is also the final movie that Tony Todd did before he passed away. That's dropping on the 16th of May. No trailer has been dropped yet. I don't know what the premonition scene is going to consist of, but one of the things I've been hearing, I think it's an in-betweener just after or before FD3, if I'm correct. That's what I've been hearing. But yeah, I've waited a long time. I waited a long time to see a sequel to that happen. Same thing with 28 Years Later. And another thing, yeah, a little bit of 28 Years Later news, folks. I hear that the ending of 28 Weeks was retconned a little bit. So we're back in England, but the rest of the world is fine. But like England is a no-go area after 3 decades. That's one of the things I've been hearing. I still want to go see it though, because I mean, again, 28 Days and 28 Weeks are 2 of my favorite fucking zombie horror films, and I've been waiting a long time to see that one too. And I know, like we said last week, James did see the trailer for it. I'm pretty sure one of us or both of us is going to end up seeing it in the cinema. and it'll probably end up on a
I'm,
future
I'm,
episode.
I'm not. I mean, I really did enjoy the. I'm probably not going to see it in the movie theater. But I did really enjoy the trailer. Again, I just love you know me. I'm a big fan of less is more. It's more disturbing and creepy that way, and I've always enjoyed the 28 days movies, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one for sure.
Oh yeah, June 20th that drops. And again, folks, it's the start of a potential trilogy. They did film a second one back to back, and that one's going to be called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. That's dropping on January next year. Danny Boyle and Alex Garland wrote and directed this new one that's coming out 28 years. They're still involved in the next one afterwards, but it's a different person directing it. I think it's Nia DaCosta, I think her name is. She's one that did that Candyman movie. Again, like I said, she's only directing the next 28 years movie, but Boyle and Garland are still involved in the writing side of things. That's what I've been hearing. Just trying to think what else is here. I've been fishing through these pages. I'm just looking at whatever I've missed here. Yeah, what's your thoughts on this one as well, James? Now, the Saw movies. I've been hearing that there's a little bit of a confliction going on between the two producers of the franchise. Like one of them wants to keep it with Lionsgate, and the other guy wants to take it to Blumhouse and like reboot the whole thing again. So I'm not too sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man, Paul. When it comes to Hollywood, dick measuring contests like this, I'm just like, you know what, man. I just give the people just give the people what they want, man. It's like just not get the fuck off with this.
Yeah, because I mean, like the last Saw movie, Saw 10, was actually really good, and they are thinking of doing another one, which is Saw 11, which I originally was going to be out last year, but they pushed it back to this year, I think. I'm not sure if they're still in the filming process or whatever, but yeah, there's a lot of issues about where they want to take it studio wise. Me, I don't fucking care which studio it goes to. Just give me a Saw movie that's worth watching, because that last one was good. But I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence about that one. I mean, Blumhouse is good and all, but their horror movies, you either have a horror movie that's worth watching from them, and then sometimes you got ones where it's not worth watching. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news I can find at the minute. I'll probably find some more news to dig up for the next episode.
All right, fascinating. Always stuff. Always fun talking movie stuff. Well, in that case, for episode 105 of the
It's my pick.
Episode
105.
Yeah, you hold on, relax.
I was like thinking, hang on a minute.
I was gonna get to it. Chill, relax. But
He's got a gun!
Yeah, I was gonna pull my gun out. I was like, "What are you doing? You already have one pick."
I was gonna get to it. I was setting it up. Okay, but
sorry, my bad.
All right, 105. 105 is Paul's pick. And Paul, what movie would you like to pick for us? Now
okay.
go.
Sorry, guys, I jumped the gun there a little bit. I was like thinking, hang on, what's going on? But anyway, yeah, my next pick, folks. James, I'm pretty sure has not seen this one yet. I came across this movie by random luck, I guess. This came out in 2016. How to describe this movie, I would say, is a cross between Stranger Things, Event Horizon, with a little hint of The Thing in there. That's the kind of movie we're dealing with here. and it's a Canadian movie too. So my next pick, folks, is the 2016 horror movie The Void. Now, for episode 106, what do you have for us folks to see?
Well, I'm staying in the 80s for this one. Which sometimes, man, that does not sound like a bad idea going to the 80s. But
Yeah.
Can you imagine if time? I don't know, that'd be a good idea if we had time machines though. So many people go back just to change shit, just for a second changing shit, and it would change everything forever.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I was time traveling, I would just time travel so I can relive the shit that a lot of people saw in the cinema, which I never had a chance to do.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to an underrated horror slasher film from the 1980s. Which is funny enough because we saw somebody that's in this movie. Well, she's not technically in this movie, but she was in a flashback of this movie. Amy Steele, and it's a slasher film I thought was very underrated. I've always enjoyed, and yeah, episode 106 will be April Fool's Day.
Oh shit, I don't have that one. If it's on Paramount Plus, I'm definitely gonna have to dig it up. But if not, Amazon Prime, I'm gonna have to do some hunting. But yeah, April Fool's Day. Get ready for a shocker on this one, James.
Never watched it.
I've not watched it fully. No, I know of it. I've seen bits and pieces on clips, but this has never been a full watch one for me. So this is going to be interesting.
Fascinating. So that'll make it an interesting watch. All right, Paul, let's go ahead and get out of here because I'm starting to get a headache. All right, so Paul, let's go ahead and tell folks where they can find you.
All right. Well, if you're on Facebook, type in Paul Burt's Photography Corner. There's going to be a lot of photos coming up in the next couple of weeks. On the 25th of January, I'm going to be checking out a local metal gig playing, which will be War Crab and Mechanized. So you can expect some photos from that night. And also, of course, in February, from the 20th of February to March 5th, I'm going to be at the Venice Carnival for the very third time, taking photos of people in costumes. And of course, there'll be some photos of me when I'm in costume as well. So you can find that on that page. If you like horror stuff, then definitely check out Support Indie Horror. It's a page that I started 15 years ago, and we've got like nearly 10,000 people in there now, and a lot of indie filmmakers and book writers all post stuff on there. So you can find a lot of cool content in there. I'm on Instagram as well if you want to see some random photos. I'm on TikTok. That's if you guys have still got it in the US, or anybody that's outside the US, you can check it out there too. And if you want to see some other photo stuff, if you're not on Facebook, you can find me on Blue Sky, where I'm posting all my photography work on there too.
Okay, fine. And of course, you can find me at PrimeTime James Thomas. That is my professional wrestling channel. And of course, find me on here, PrimeTime Movie Network, or you can also find me over at the PrimeTime Podcast, which is pretty much my wrestling podcast channel. And and of course, if you are a new viewer like Chaz here, you can also check out all the other PrimeTime Gorehound episodes that we've done over the years, and also the other horror movie or movie topics as well. And next week we'll definitely be here for The Void, and we want to thank you guys for supporting us, for supporting this channel, and we support every single week, each and every single one of y'all that supports this show. And please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and don't be afraid to share the video as well. And Paul, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, guys. Stay horror and enjoy it.
I mean, I thought you said stay hard. I'm just being like,
stay horror. Stay horror.
Oh, stay horror. Oh!
Yeah. If you're a horror fan, stay horror, dude.
Oh, I thought you said stay hard. That would have been fucking hilarious. But
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. But yes, we'll see y'all next. Thank y'all hang out for the PrimeTime Gorehounds for episode 104 of Friday 13th, Part 3. I am PrimeTime Texas with the episode Paul Birds, one from Davenport, Iowa, all over the UK. And have yourselves a great weekend. And we are out. Peace.
Later.